you, the MC, for guiding us, and all your co-MC. Thank you for guiding us. So, Adwong Mayor and your deputy represented you so well that we could not, and RCC, and thank you for being together. And also we would like to thank the representatives of the town clerk for representing him so well. Your entourage, the mayor, our mayors, thank you very much from the east. We are on your ground also, and other entourage. Would like to thank you so much. I was away, and since the environment was coming, I had to say no. This day must not just pass. That's why I told Father Michael and the team and the Caritas, I said, if we love our place, at least go to the city, you will find our leaders there. And thank you for welcoming them. It was better late than never at all. And it was your support that has made us here, not mine, because I came just yesterday and I never knew that it would take place, but because of the leadership of this city, that you have made it what it is with all these people in our school. It is wonderful to see our young ones supporting environment. Clap for our school. And your teachers. Teachers, you are so wonderful. I'm so excited. This environment is mainly understood very fast by these young ones in the school. And if we want to score successes, we must go in the schools. I remember the first time I delivered this message when we came for the course 2 years ago in San Kizito. Immediately the children told me, let's go in the street and begin the work. I said, not yet, you just wait. Begin from home. You just begin from home. And they are very smart in their home. And when they come to the cathedral, anything they see like a vera, they remove immediately and put it in order. Wonderful. Thank you very much, our little ones. We are so grateful. And I would like to thank also other leadership here. Thank you for being together with us. I would like really to thank you. This event should be for all political leadership. It is a national event, an international event. But I think, and all our cultural leaders, next time we shall have time to make them present, not only present but participate. And all our religious leaders, as I said, we are all caught up with the different programs, but they would have been here. And all our business communities, they should have been all physically present in this event. That it was a short notice. They've supported in different ways, sending hand here and there. And we thank Centenary Bank for ushering in a tent for us to sit in. And also we have there is a bank here also, Equity Bank. Thank you for housing us under shade. And these are our banks who are very close to us. They want to make things happen. And also I would like to thank different communities for making this day what we are seeing it. So stop plastic today is a challenge. And with what today I got up at 8 and I'm in a damn boot. I didn't put on the shoes. And I say today I'm walking on foot in my city. And I was meeting people all along this road. and talking about plastics with them, which is near them. I wanted to hear, and then our bicycle repairers here in this side, I wanted to hear their opinion about what is around them. They were very friendly. What they want to know is how to cooperate and dispose of it, and also how to help those who are passing by to drop the plastic in the right place for recycling. That's all they wanted. They were so cooperative, so nice. And then some were saying, now, but Bishop, how can you be collecting? Where there is a lake, I was physically collecting and putting in there. As they were seeing, they got embarrassed, but I said, no, don't be embarrassed. That's what I'm supposed to do, and also to pay for my sins where I threw the plastic one time or the other. Amen? So let us not be shy, especially us who are leaders. We need a way, a style that we should really now make our people move with us. And it is difficult, as you have seen, and as the people see. And the fair lady there who gave for us the poem, he says, even there you see people are watching and saying, but what is this? Why are these moving here? Why are they collecting? We are used to these things. There is one who was throwing in the drainage some pouring as I was arriving. I said, no, you try to, it has already entered. So I was saying, now you see, you put it outside, and then we see how to sort them out. It is a mindset which is very slow, but we need to accompany our people. I know we are going to make the bylaw, which is very good for our city. I wish in that bylaw you would include one day for us to move together as leaders with our people. One day. I don't know whether once a month or once a week, but you see what is deemed necessary, so that we move and see our people physically and also talk to them. It would be very nice dialogue if you included it in that, so that we, before they pay, you say, you see what you have done, and that's so. Because many really are foreign even to themselves. They are not aware of what they are really causing the whole world and everybody in the city. I'm also very glad that we are trying to pass the message as religious leaders that there should develop eventually in all the districts, because Lira Diocese, I cover all the districts, all the 9 districts. The 9 districts, we need to see something about how to conserve plastics. We have passed in our churches all, and I'm sure the Anglican as well, and also our Muslim brothers, who is well represented here. There was a Hajjat around, but she has moved around. But we said every family should have a sack where any plastic seen around that home should be grabbed immediately and put in that sack. Every family, if you are a Christian or you are a believer in Allah, do for us that good job to help the creation smile. And it is the work for all of us. So if with a lot of other sensitization, we could do that together. I solicited the cultural leaders, and I want to solicit our political leaders. It is a very delicate time for you, where you can easily be challenged when you talk, but we are backing you up. Don't be afraid. Because this is life. If you don't tell them, they will still blame you. Say, why did you not tell us? But we are backing you as religious leaders, and we said cultural leaders, we should be there, and business leaders, representatives. Techel, I hear they are there, they are around. They are very supportive in this city. Please let us put a way of making our people put all our plastics at home and keep the environment at home clean. And I'm thanking Mokwano. And then there is another one nearby here, I don't know their name, but I see people collecting somewhere here. I have many families now crying, how do we dispose of these plastics? We have heaps and heaps. I don't know whether they can pass their vehicle to move around where we would designate so that they can collect. But people are responsive. I thank them very much. And then that is only plastics and especially these caveras and so on, which needs recycling. And then also we have the burning of grass is another thing. Grass makes a layer, like this one coming, they are supposed to make a layer of soil that will cover this year and rot there. But once we burn them, we remove a whole layer of the circle of that year. So God is so creative that He creates soil from what rots from this grass naturally. But we came with a new technology of burning and refreshing grass. Last time I was stopping at the park. I went to the man. I said, everybody is seeing you burning the grass for the animals, and people are saying, why don't you also talk to those people? They're showing us the example of burning. So I went to him, I said, please, the grass rots and the new ones come. You don't burn this grass massively like that. And now people are scandalized. Please help us. And we'd like to ask the government really to help us stop these park people from burning grass for the animals. Let the grass rot and the new one comes, they know how to sort it out. Nature is wonderful. So that is another thing, another way of, if we can have fire vigilant, because when the leaves drop like this, these leaves should be swept and then burned. Should be put in the hole, they rot, the BA, they do their part, they reduce it to humus that is good for our plant. And also as we are going to plant here, then we would have dug from what is rotten and put in this, and becomes so wonderful. So we should not burn even what we have swept from our compound. We let it burn, rot in our. So if the districts or the parishes and our parishes could get some young people vigilante, those who are vigilant about fire. When you see fire, you go and advise those people. And they should be protected with some law to help us. Because burning is becoming very rampant and very destructive. There's another area where we can protect the environment and improve the layer of the soil that we have, and also improve on the swamps. Swamps now I don't know, there is a lot of issues there. People are cultivating, and then we have all the, in our large swamps in Alango, all the fish, these small ones and other different kinds, they come and breed in the swamps to protect the young ones. And then we come and then destroy all the, and then dig and burn and set them in confusion. So that's why His Excellency told us that these destructive forces, that's why I've stopped the lake. The number of fish which is coming back survival is not enough, because we are destroying the what? The swamp. By burning and then every year trying to disorganize the system in the swamp. How are we going to reconcile with the digging and so on? This one needs really massive sensitization from all of us throughout, because we need to preserve the swamp so that the water level increases and waters what is on the hill. And again, soil erosion starts from under your roof. Everybody should see, even our schools, where soil erosion is beginning. Where is the water flowing from your roof? And that is where we can control erosion, by planting trees and by designing our compound in such a way that the soil does not go down to the river and move to Egypt to help them. We should stop this thing right at your compound, right at your field. Make sure that you plant the right trees that would uphold the soil and then make it easy for you to grow crops meaningfully. So erosion is another thing which begins from our compound. And we are asking all our schools, my dear teachers, and also dear pupils and students, thank you for coming. But one thing, through you, our leaders, one thing we usually miss in school, plant in the school compound fruit trees which will act both as the design and flower, and also importantly it will act as educational tree, to see how you have succeeded in education. Can you control your appetite? That is what education addresses. A person who can control his or her appetite is educated. If you cannot, education has bypassed you without anything. When you go to the big office, the appetite will be live. And then what happened? Corruption. So to train corruption, we must go in our schools. Dear teachers, you meet and plant for us these fruit trees, variety of them, and let the pupils and the students care for it. And when it is only ready, they can divide it among themselves and share as brothers and sisters. If we would achieve that, know that we are bound to kill corruption in our country. But without the appetite control, things are going live in our offices because education failed to address them. And you are the educators yourself. Please, dear teachers and dear pupils, let us go that far in the deeper water. And I would ask our leaders in the district, also in our beloved Lango sub-region, let us begin this fair move in our schools to help us move ahead of time. And again, the planting of trees and planting of especially control of our city. We are ready, but we shall always need the direction from the planning officers. You bypass even around our area of residence and direct us which type of trees would be very good and how we can manage them and control them successfully, so that when somebody is cutting a tree in the city, I saw in other cities outside Africa, you cannot touch when you plant a tree until the one in environment, you dialogue and see how you can plant it, so that the tree becomes of the city, and at the same time it is helping us in the environmental control. So maybe the law that would foresee this can be discussed, how best we can control what we have already in our compounds and how we can make these trees live longer by the sub-laws that are in the district. Sorry for taking this long. Otherwise, I wanted to thank you for your very presence. But next year, I would like to say that political, cultural, religious, and business communities, and also our civil servants, our technical people, should be close to us in planning this thing. So I thank Lira City and the technical advisor who has managed to guide our gallant sons and daughters who have formed a committee very fast to make us sit today. May God, who has brought you here and who will take you back, really bless your effort for this city until we arrive there. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Information must reach the public. We must engage our public consciousness. And the media, we are going to go. Thank you so much.
Today we are privileged to be together with the city leaders,
remember, I'm also a teacher.
Together so that we may see a way forward, not only for the city, but also for the whole sub-region. Lango sub-region is mainly in a rural area and setting, and most of our people need guidance at this moment. And I thank the leadership for trying to begin to do something together so that both political, religious, and cultural plus business community and also the civil servant, we are trying to form a formidable force to help us understand the issue on environment, ecology. Ecology is actually how your home is affected by everything God has created. Your relationship to the creature of God, everything that God has given you are related. That's called ecology. Now in this we are saying in summary for our people that everybody should get involved in plastic, caring for plastic and making sure that we put them in their right place for recycling. There is no way we found we can stop it immediately, but if we begin to manage it from home, and that's why we said every home should have a sack where they manage all the plastics. Anything that cannot rot, you take and put it in that sack
for further management. And in that regard, we have thanked the Mokwano and other smaller groups who are assisting in caring and taking for collecting these for recycling. And I think this will be successful. We as the churches and we as cultural leaders also, we are trying to work together to make sure that we clean our place from this deadly plastic which is suffocating the earth. And if we don't do it, we can easily run the risk of destroying all the grass and making the place a desert. So all of us have decided, and with the young ones in all the schools, they are determined to work together to make sure that the environment is clean from plastic. The second is erosion. Erosion begins from under your roof, in your compound. And because of that, all compounds be planned in such a way that the planting of flowers, planting of fruit trees, and also planting of the lawn should make sure that it controls all the soil that is beginning to move from your roof going down to the river. And this one we found everybody in the home can do it. And we say planting of the compound is very paramount, and also planting of fruit trees in the compound, not only flowers but fruit trees, because we have taken a move of being a family and controlling our appetite in the family and how we can manage fruit trees and other things. And also the movement of the soil from our compound going down, and movement of our soil from any of your field. Make sure that you plant strategically plants that would hold its root to make sure that there is no flow of the soil down the river, and grass which will separate the large gardens so that they trap the soil, they don't let the soil go. So erosion conservation is equally very important. Otherwise they leave only stones in your compound or stones in your field, and therefore crops cannot yield. And that we don't want to happen to any of our fields and any of our environment. And then no burning grass. You know, the grass, God is so wise. Every year we have new grass, whether we burn it or not. And when we control it well, the grass which is this year is going to rot systematically and put a layer of loam soil on top of what we have. That's why we see even like Mount Ngeta there. It is trying to recreate itself, and it tries to put in the small soil some trees to grow, and we should not burn them. We should make those trees grow in that small soil so that it recreates and traps more soil and then regenerate itself, and it will cover the whole of that stone with the mountain. And the same happens in our field, the same happens in our area. So let us not burn grass. And because of that, many people are burning grass. If you sweep in your compound, all those leaves can rot, except plastics. If you identify plastic, remove them, but the leaves, put them under in the field, they will rot naturally. So let us aggressively try to not burn any grass, any leaf, which the foliage that is on your compound. Make sure that they are rotting, and the termites are there to do the needful for us. So let us cooperate with nature. So we said it would also be good, because we needed aggressive sensitization. It is good to get people who can control the burning of grass. Government has trained so many patriotic people, and this is the area where they can help in all our villages to control. Where there is fire, they can come and sensitize people. This is a voluntary work. It is not supposed to be paid, but because of the goodness of the environment, that is our mother. If we wait for somebody to do it for us, we are going to destroy the environment. Let the government work in such a way that every village has a group of youngsters who are ready to help to make sure that grass and the environment is not burned and reduced to nothing, to ashes. And we are asking also the cooperation of all the people that we should really make sure that we don't burn grass. And we shall continue sensitizing ourselves in that regard. If you burn plastic, when it goes as a cloud, it is worse than when you have not burnt it. It will reject all the humidity and will not have any rain, but you will see clouds are forming without rain. It will chase away any type of rain because of its heat that it will generate. So we must protect our environment in that regard. Don't burn tires in the city or anywhere, especially those who are trying to repair cars and so on. Don't burn them. Put them in a place for recycling. That's the best way we can manage plastics and other things. And then also we have the valleys. The valleys are supposed to filter all the water that we need for the fish, for ourselves who are drinking in the valley still, and also to let the water which is down the valley increase. It acts as a tank that will increase the water level, so that the plants which are on the hills, the water level from the which is stopped by the valley and the swamps, as they filter, they raise the water level to the level that even the plants in the island, they get the water and drink for keeping the environment, for letting the rain come and so on, to manage the whole environment. And that's why we are related. But if you go and make a path for the water to go straight into the river or the lake, and then we are draining all the time, and then no water will be conserved for the highland and for the trees which are high up in the mountains, and therefore they will begin to dry up. And when they dry up, the conservation of the clouds and the gathering of the clouds to make rain will become very difficult, because they will have no humidity to cause the force of the cloud to come and make rain where we are. So we should not drive the rain away by making a path in the valley, and then the water goes with all our soil and goes to Egypt, and they are the richest, and they are in the desert. That's why they have the ambassadors here, to make sure that we let our soil go and help them. But we should also conserve something for us to make sure that we conserve this land. So burning the swamps make all the fish who have come to produce to go with their young ones back to the river. We kill them. We kill them before they produce, and we destroy their habitat, and therefore we find that we are not having enough fish, and that's why the government has come to stop fishing. So if we don't leave the swamps, the government will remain with the water, because we are not getting enough. If we leave the fish to produce, because one fish produces in billions, and we shall only take about 2 years, and then we go back to the water. But as long as we are managing and destroying and then burning the swamps, fish will not produce for us. So we beg you, let us find another way of managing the swamps, and also planting big trees like mahogany, the tidals, and all these, so that they command the water, they command the swamps and control the erosion very jealously for us. And with spray, when you don't want weeds, you don't use these chemicals. The chemicals will destroy the bees, will destroy even the termites who have come to help you in the production of crops, and other organisms like the earthworms, and all of them will die, and you will kill everything, and your crop will not yield well, and you will complain to God. So God is cooperating with us in the whole system. Let us go natural and let us protect all our natural environment by not using chemicals to destroy all other organisms which God has put close to us, so that to protect the environment. And many other issues which we need to love each other so that we manage the environment together. They are needed, but these are the major issues in summary, so that we can together succeed in controlling our environment. May the Lord, who is protecting us, make us join hands together so that we can succeed for God and mankind.
My Lord, also maybe as you conclude, very briefly, what is the church, especially the Catholic Church in Lira Diocese, doing in the work of what we are experiencing right now?
Actually, what I've explained to you is what we are already hands-on doing. So the families in many of our Christian communities are already having a sack where they put the plastics inside, and they will need people who would collect them, especially those chapels which are inside. They have made a lot of collections, and also families. We have asked them to bring them when they are coming for Sunday service. They could bring in the chapels where they are going to pray for easier management. And those who are collecting also, you could give some small token to encourage them to make the collection very massive. And I thank those in the city who are collecting all this so that we can make our environment. And then also for the fields, it is not very much so, because managing the field and making the lines for trapping erosion is still a problem, and also managing the compound is still a problem, and people need a lot of help and hands-on. So we need a lot of effort there in the Christian community, which we are still going on to be with them. And most difficult one is the valley, the dam, and also what is in the swamps is still very difficult to manage. We'll need the hand of the government, we'll need the hand of all the people around to protect the environment. And as I said, some people are blaming the park for massive burning, and they've asked the government to help us to see that the park is not massively burned. Let the grass recreate itself, to create the layer, and also to make the animals get fresh grass from itself, not to be burned in order to destroy many other organisms which are sheltering in the park, so that they are destroyed. So these are some of the appeal and the difficulties we still have, but we have started seriously to sensitize the people, and I thank the people for their cooperation. Everywhere we go, they are cooperating, but how to start on an individual at home is always a problem. So that's what we want, a kickstart with everybody together. Thank you.